Sure, the airline's operating systems may have spared it from the massive global IT outage in late July, but many of Southwest Airlines' old and traditional methods of operation are now being seen as opportunities for change, leading to increased revenue and profit. The biggest change, which even saw plenty of coverage from mainstream media, was the fact that it'll be ending its open seating model in 2025. The airline will also begin overnight flights in the future, something that was only made possible with upgraded computer systems in recent times. And so, in today's video, we'll take a closer look at the changes taking place at one of the largest carriers in the United States and who exactly is driving these changes. Under pressure from an activist investor and admitting that the airline has underperformed financially, Southwest Airlines executives have made monumental changes to its onboard experience. The most notable change is the plan to introduce assigned seating while also offering premium seat options for its customers. While Southwest Airlines has been well known for its unique open seating model for over 50 years, it says passenger preferences have evolved, including passengers taking longer flights. As a result, seat assignment was preferred to ensure additional comfort. The airline was quoted as saying, "The research is clear and indicates that 80% of Southwest customers and 86% of potential customers prefer an assigned seat. When a customer elects to stop flying with Southwest and chooses a competitor, open seating is cited as the #1 reason for the change." Coming with the introduction of assigned seats is access to premium seating options, essentially seats with extended space. The airline stated that 1/3 of its seats would offer extra legroom, comparable to what its competitors have offered passengers. The open seating model has generated numerous strange stories and strategies over the years. Under this model, there is some incentive to make an empty adjacent seat look unattractive and unappealing, leaving more space for other travelers. We've heard of a few tactics for this strategy, leaving crumpled up tissues on the seat and acting sick, perhaps with an air sickness bag in hand. View from the Wing, a website that seems to cover this topic a lot, adds that passengers may act like they're fighting with one another. They may also spread themselves or their stuff into the seat beside them, signaling that it'll be uncomfortable to sit there. And sometimes passengers look intentionally creepy to scare off potential seatmates. Other passengers have been more overt in their methods to keep seats available. Also noted by View from the Wing, a woman at the end of 2023 was spotted saving a row of seats using bags of donuts. On the other side, the search for available seats has seen some strange tactics as well. Indeed, there have been stories of passengers, most often men, simply looking for attractive female passengers to sit next to, despite the availability of better or more open options. There was also the story of someone being quote-unquote catfished. As reported on Reddit, a seated passenger who had an empty seat next to him was approached by a petite woman asking if the seat was available. As the victim recalls in their post, "I said, 'No, you're welcome to join us,' and I start getting up. She then turns around to her boyfriend/companion, 6'2", 220 pounds, and says, 'Sit here, I'll go to this one.'" Well, it seems like all of these stories will be a thing of the past. Instead, they'll be traded for the more usual list of dilemmas and ordeals surrounding assigned seating, including passengers asking others to swap seats because they didn't pay for advanced seat selection, and passengers reading their boarding passes incorrectly and ending up in the wrong place. Such stories are certainly less entertaining, but Southwest Airlines is looking for more revenue and not entertaining anecdotes connected to their unconventional ways of operating. Before we digress too much with this topic, it should be noted that the new cabin layout will require the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA's, approval, in addition to incorporating new technologies and procedures for a seamless transition. Considering that Southwest is essentially shifting to the industry norm, it's hard to imagine the FAA not approving the changes. The carrier said bookings should become available in 2025. The other big change coming is that Southwest Airlines will introduce red-eye flights, which will begin operating in February 2025. The initial flights, now bookable, are as follows: Los Angeles International Airport or LAX to Baltimore, Las Vegas to Baltimore, Las Vegas to Orlando, Phoenix to Baltimore, and LAX to Nashville. As we noted in a video on the main channel, Southwest couldn't schedule overnight services until 2017 due to its old reservation system. However, since shifting to a much newer system, it can now schedule overnight services, even if it has taken years to get to this point. While unconfirmed, it is believed that no contractual problems with pilots or cabin crew have stood in the way. We also noted that aircraft on the ground at night enable routine maintenance, keeping things simple. This way of operating, however, has resulted in lower rates of aircraft utilization, thereby leaving money on the table. Back on the topic of assigned seating, CEO Bob Jordan stated, "We've been building purposely to this change as part of a comprehensive upgrade to the Southwest experience as we focus on customer expectations, and it'll unlock new sources of revenue consistent with our laser focus on delivering improved financial performance." The pursuit of new sources of revenue seems to have been prompted by relatively new activist investor Elliott Investment Management. As noted by Forbes, Elliott Investment revealed in June 2024 that it had taken a $1.9 billion stake in the airline. The investment firm, purely driven by the prospect of financial gain, is looking to make some big changes to the airline to grow its profit margins. Commenting on the recent changes at the airline, an Elliott Investment statement read, "This failed leadership team's announced initiatives, obvious attempts at self-preservation, are simply not credible. Too little, too late is not a strategy. It's time for new leadership." Elliott has indeed been pressuring Jordan and the rest of the board of directors. Nonetheless, all parties involved, including executives from the Southwest Airlines Pilot Association, have all admitted that changes were needed at the airline. Elliott Investment Management called for a complete leadership change at the carrier, announcing the addition of Rakesh Gangwal. Gangwal is an experienced airline executive with prior high-level roles at US Airways, Air France, and United Airlines, and the co-founder of Indigo. So, with all of this in mind, the end of open seating and the introduction of overnight flights may just be the beginning. Will paid-for checked bags be next in Southwest's desire to transform its financial performance? Will there be an end to its complimentary snacks and drinks? We'll just have to wait and see. So, what do you think of Southwest's big transformation? Do you think it's moving in the right direction? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.